Hello everyone and welcome back to another Grainman Explains episode, and today we're going to have a quick look at the new Oxbo pack and the piece of equipment that came with the DLC that was released. I think it was on the 19th of September this year, so I've had a couple of days or week or so to have a bit of a play with it, and just thought I'd put a quick video together showing off some of the nice machines. So you can see quite a few of them here. Obviously it's not the voucher at the back there. If we go into the shop, we'll have a quick look what we actually get as part of the DLC. So we've got the Oxbo AT4103, we've got the AT5105, the 6030 Grape Harvester, which actually can be a couple of different combinations, and also we get a different type of windrower as well. So let's start with the AT4103. So this one is designed for digestate and slurry. This one's designed for manure. So you get the LNMS and the DNMS. So pretty good. Both have got nearly the same amount of capacity. So the LNMS has got 16,000 litres and the DNMS has got 18,000 litres. Now they're both 400 horsepower. And they can both do 12 miles an hour. They've both also got that nice centre wheel, so it's got a really tight steering angle and turning circles, so that's pretty good. Then we get the bigger brother, so the AT5105. Now this one is very similar to the last one, so again it comes in the LNMS variant and the DNMS variant. So obviously the DNMS is manure, LNMS is slurry and digestate. I think I said silage before, it's slurry and digestate. Obviously you can also change the wheels as well. They don't really make a big difference, to be honest. They look very similar. They don't get any bigger by the looks of it. So very, very similar. The weight slightly changes depending on the wheels though, if you look at that as well. But this one is pretty much the same as its smaller sibling, but this one's just got 25,000 litre on the LNMS, and it's also 25,000 litre capacity on the DNMS. So again, pretty good. Both very expensive though, so 480,000 for that one, so pretty expensive. And then we can move on to the Oxbo 6030 now. I've actually been playing a game on an Italy map, which has got a lot of grapes on. I'm going to be doing a review of that. Actually, you can do like a bit of a long-term map review on that, because I've spent about 30 hours on it. And as part of that, I've been doing grapes quite a lot. So this pack with the grapes and the grape equipment does actually interest me quite a bit. So you've got a couple of different like setups on this 6030. So you get a harvester, you get an overloading harvester, and you also get a multi-row sprayer. Now I've got all three of these out on the vines, which I shall show off in a few minutes. But to be honest with you, the harvester is pretty standard. It's got a 3,100 litre capacity, so 2 tanks either side, like saddle tanks. But unlike some of the other grape harvesters, this seat sits centre, which for me personally is amazing compared to using the New Holland, which the cab sits off to the left, I believe, when you're sat in the driver's seat. So it can make lining it up to the vine rows really annoying. But the overloading harvester, I'm not really 100% certain how this is going to work unless you do it with another person as well, because it has no tank at all, and it has this conveyor arm, which then means you can then offload the grapes to the right hand side to one of the grape trailers. Again, don't really understand why you'd do that personally. I think using the standard harvester would be a better idea. Then you also get this, which I think is a really big game changer for anybody who does grapes. The multi-row spray is amazing. Bear in mind, I've been doing grapes quite a bit recently in the last couple of weeks playing on the Italy map, and this I'm actually thinking about saving up for, because this would allow me to do 4 rows at the same time, which I think would be absolutely amazing. So pretty impressive grape technology in this pack. Then finally we get another, as if we haven't got enough windrowers as part of the hay and forage pack a few months ago, we've got another windrower called the Oxbo 2340. It has a 12 metre working width, it needs 150 horsepower to drive it, and it's drives at 11 miles an hour. Again, we can change the wheels, but again, they don't really make a big difference. They're not much bigger, just the tread's slightly different. I think what we'll start with very quickly in the models, we'll start with the Oxbo digestate, slurry and manure wagons. As you can see, we've got the AT4103 LNMS variant and the 4103 DNMS variant. So the models are really nice. I've actually attached the slurry injector from Zunhammer and the cultivator to the back of this one. And then its bigger brother, which is over here, which is the LNMS, has just got the slurry injector on the back of this one. So again, the really nice models, I will say that, and the slurry versions, so this one as well as its smaller brother, and both have this arm that can actually be moved to fill it from a slurry tank, but you don't need to. And then this is the bigger brother for the 5105, and this has got the big tank on for manure and the spreading. So again, pretty nice though. So if we get into this one for a start it up. Not really much to show apart from the models are really impressive. The interior is really nice as well, actually, I must admit. Got the cameras there, dashboard, joystick animation as well. So pretty standard giant setup there really. But if we have a bit of a spin around, we can see that the actual turning circle for these machines is incredible. Well, if we unfold the cultivator, we turn on the slurry tanker, drop it down, there we go. So this is not only, we also get the ability to activate double application rate as well, which obviously then slows down your maximum speed. But this does cultivating plus it also does slurry injecting at the same time, so that's pretty good. And if you have a quick look at its counterpart at that side for manure, which is this one, we'll start this one again. Again, models are really impressive. Turning angle and turning circle of these machines is absolutely incredible. So if we unfold the manure spreader, which just means that top, pretty much the top gate opens. Let's just turn on the manure spreader. I can't say that the manure texture is any better, even with the update, because it really isn't. It's quite nice to have that bit of, I don't know, it's probably steam or something coming out the back when you do actually do the spreading. But apart from that, I don't know, you can see it better. Obviously on a completely and utterly cultivated texture you can see the difference, but on a stubble texture you can't really see it's been manure spread, so you just need to be careful of that. Look at its much bigger brother, the AT5105. Now these are slightly different because I think this one's full of digestate and the other one, or this one's full of slurry, the other one's full of digestate. Also has a really good turning circle, but as you can see the rear wheels also steer. So even though it's a bigger machine, it's still got a really impressive turning circle. So if we just literally unfold this, now this is just a slurry distributor, quite wide though, so it is quite good. Let's see if it will take. And then again you can just see a texture difference, but not brilliant. So let's see what it looks like on cultivated texture. We should be able to get there if we go through here. You can, and again you can do double application rate, but I've got a bit of a nice lineup of machines there. Again, you can see a bit of a difference in the texture there. On here you can as well, so it goes a little bit darker, just to make you aware. Now obviously this one isn't really different to the smaller brother, the 4105, but again if we just, it's got exactly the same chassis as its counterpart in the LNMS. So let's just unfold the tool. We'll turn on the manure spreader again. And as you can probably see, don't really see a big texture difference at all actually, which I think is a big shame. I think giants need to work on the texturing quite a bit when it's going to spreading manure. We have a quick look on here. It's not going to do much obviously. It has the steam effect again, but yeah, quite nice machines I must admit. Models are really nice, really detailed. A lot of money though, I think. Not sure it'd be something I would run personally myself. But if we run on to the Grape machines, so let's move on to this one first. This is just a standard grape harvester, so we shall turn it on. It is already unfolded, but like I said, big thing about this one is the centre cab. So for me, get it nicely lined up, there's no clashing of the vines. One thing I will say though, So I have harvested a little bit of this vine, but a bit further down I haven't. But the actual fill-up rate on this is probably one of the slowest I've ever seen on any grape harvester. So you'll see it start to go up now, but you've had to cover quite a lot of distance before you think it's actually filling up. So be very, very careful. I think it's because the grapes take a little bit longer than the other machines to go into the tank. So you don't think, when I first started playing with this machine, you don't think you're actually doing anything. So I've done what, 15 feet there? Now suddenly the tank gets filled up. And you can see it starts going up. So just be aware of that one. I'm not sure if that's by design or if it's just something Giants are going to fix in a patch. So just something to be aware of. It did throw me off for a start, I must admit, but it is harvesting really nicely. And obviously being centre seat, in my opinion, makes a massive difference. Now this one looks like something from some kind of alien adventure. I think it looks really cool actually. So the arms come out. Can we turn it on? There we are. So again, centre seat, but it does mean that it covers an awful lot more vines at the same time. As you can see, that puts a nice blanket wall, so it really does do an awful lot of vines all at the same time. My vine spacing of these isn't perfect, just to let you know, so that's probably why there's a little bit more of a gap. But yeah, as you can see, it doesn't go very fast, but it does cover the crop really well. So then, last bit of grape technology we're going to play with. Now this one, I really don't understand why you do this unless you were doing grape harvesting pretty much all together, like with 2 people or a couple of people. But I don't really know why you would, because the old one kind of worked with it as it is. So if we turn the harvester on, again, if we then do that, we then have to put the pipe out like a harvester, but then we also get independent control of the pipe. Up, down, left, right, etc. But you would need a nice tractor with your grape trailer as well. So I don't really understand why. I think it just adds another layer of needing someone else to help. I don't think even follow me would work. Course play on vines, there you go, never really works in my opinion. Let's part this a bit further up where they've got some grape and I'll show you what happens. So going along nicely. Again, it doesn't empty straight away, it has to strip the vine, put it into the tank, then you can see them going up the conveyor belt, which then goes into the actual into the grape trailer. So again, lovely model, an okay idea. Don't think it works personally. Not a fan of that idea. It seems like Oxbo decided to kind of make it like a combine, and Giants thought they'd put it in the game for some reason. Not really sure why. Now onto the last machine. Actually, we've got this, the Oxbo 2340. Which is our lovely windrower with conveyor belts. Again, yeah, I quite like a standard windrower, but there you go. So, nice models though, I will say that. So if we unfold the merger, it does have good width though, and it is a little bit different, but it's just a bit too similar to what's already in the hay and forage pack. So I don't really understand why. Once again, we've got some more equipment just for that. So we've got a centre pickup, which will then go to one side. So we can do that, but we can also toggle the work mode, so we can go left, right, and that's it, pretty much. So you could do that. So you're going down the field, you could probably potentially pick up 2 rows, yeah. I have done these with a machine previously that's obviously got the swathing on, so I've just done nice clean rows. But obviously you can then keep moving. As you go down the field, you can probably move that whole swath as you go down the field to make less of them. But just remember, the bigger the swath, if you've got a baler that doesn't have a brilliant pickup or isn't very big, you might have some left over. So just something to be made aware of. But if you went down this way now, the swath's in a very similar place. As you can see, we're just adding to this swath. it might be a good idea, but I think you might end up getting to the point where making a too big a swath for your baler to actually pick up. So again though, really nice models. Look at the animation on that, the grass, the way it works, the front with the needles that pick up from the ground. Really nice, but not something I would play with personally. I am impressed with the Grape machines though, especially the normal Grape harvester, and I'm very impressed with the Grape sprayer. So definitely something I'll probably add into my repertoire of machines moving forward. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a like, subscribe to the Grainman channel, and I hope to see you again soon. Many thanks.